Welcome student, welcome to this session. In this session, me Biswajit sir, I am presenting a concept that is related to CBSE or ISC class 11, and the chapter is trigonometry basics. And in this chapter, we are going to deal with some theoretical concept and some problem sum oriented. So we'll definitely start, and before we start, we would like to say something about this Geniuses Institute. This institute is from Eastern India and it's growing really very fast, and not only that, we are presenting these online session classes because many students are there during this lockdown period and this coronavirus period. They cannot go and attend any tuition center or any school also. So I hope this session would help students to get the free education. Now that is the basic motto to present this session, and the motto of this Geniuses Institute. Now, in addition to that, if any students has some extra requirements, they can book our online classes, and that is they can book through this number that is given on this whiteboard, and that is 7044727777. So without wasting the time, let's move on to the main content. Now here our objective is to solve this question, and that is sine of minus 1740 degree equals to how much? So before we solve, let us introduce some concept. That's a negative angle impact on trigonometric function, trigo impact on complementary and supplementary angle, sine of trigonometric functions based on quadrant. Now the first concept we are explaining here, that we have taken a quadrant, our x-axis, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is y dash, and this is x dash. Now on this xy plane, a point we have considered as a x comma y, and the anti-clockwise angle is theta. Now P has the image if we consider that's the P dash, that's x comma minus y, so that clockwise angle will be minus theta. Now clearly that P dash is the image of P, therefore OP dash equals to OP, because this and this will be always equal. Now because it's a distance from origin, and this is also distance from origin, because this distance is constant, this is positive and this is negative, so therefore both of the distance will be equal but opposite in sign. Now these two criteria, therefore now in triangle OAP, here we have considered the triangle that is OAP dash, like this triangle. Now in this triangle, sine of minus theta will be equals to this, because this is angle, so this is hypotenuse and this is base, therefore this is perpendicular, so it will be AP dash by OP dash, therefore that will be equals to AP dash equals to, that's a minus y divided by this value will be OP, therefore minus 8y equals to this AP by OP, that is equals to minus of sine theta. Therefore, so what we got, that sine of minus theta equals to minus sine theta. Similarly, if I consider that cos of minus theta, this will come OA, OA divided by OP, OP dash. Kushun, এটাকে স্টপ করো তো, হ্যাঁ এটা দাও, তুমি সব ছোট হয়ে যাচ্ছে। Sin of minus theta is coming equals to minus of sin theta. Similarly, we can show that cos theta equals to cos of minus theta equals to cos theta. How? Let's start. That cos of minus theta using the same triangle, that OA by that OP dash equals to, since these two are equal, so OA by OP equals to, this will be this by this, that will be cos theta. So cos of minus theta equals to minus, as already observed that we got the result, that's a cos theta. Now tan of minus theta will be sin of minus theta by cos of minus theta, so minus sin theta by cos theta equals to minus tan theta. Okay, so in the next segment we are going to explain that trigo impact on complementary and supplementary angle concept. So the second concept will explain little later. The third concept we are starting earlier. That's the sign of trigonometric function based on quadrant. Now it's a quadrant we have considered the first quadrant, it's the second quadrant, it's the third quadrant, it's the fourth quadrant. Always will start from this angle, this anti-clockwise direction. This is the anti-clockwise direction, and these are the clockwise direction rotation. Now in the first quadrant, that x is positive, y is positive, so all trigonometric ratios are all positive, because say in case of sine, this is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Now perpendicular y is positive, hypotenuse is also positive, so sine is positive. Now in case of cos, the base is positive, perpendicular, that hypotenuse is also positive, so it's positive. Now in case of tan, that is perpendicular by base, both are positive, so positive. So that's why in the first quadrant all are positive. Now in the second quadrant, like this, if this is the angle, so the remaining portion is pi minus theta in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, what we are getting, that in case of sine, the perpendicular by hypotenuse. Now perpendicular is positive, hypotenuse is positive, so it's a positive. But in case of cos, that is base by hypotenuse. Base is x is negative axis, so base is negative and hypotenuse is positive. So cos is given negative value. Now sine is positive, cos is negative, therefore tan is also negative. Now sine is positive, so the reciprocal function cosec, so cosec is also positive. So that's why in the second quadrant I've written that sine or cosec is positive. That is, in the first quadrant all positive, in the second quadrant sine or cosec is positive. Now in the third quadrant, that tan is the, if this the entire angle is, that's a theta, that's why we can write that pi plus theta, because this segment is theta and this is the overall the pi. Therefore so earlier it was the theta, now this is the pi plus theta, this portion. Therefore we'll write it in the sine case, this is perpendicular, this is base, okay, and this is hypotenuse. Now in the third quadrant, that perpendicular is negative because it's a negative y-axis, perpendicular negative, hypotenuse positive, so the sine negative. Now in case of cos, the base is also negative, hypotenuse positive, so cos is also negative. Therefore tan that is perpendicular by base. Now perpendicular negative, base negative, so both negative function will give result, negative expression will give positive expression, so tan theta is positive. Now tan and cot are reciprocal, so tan cot both are positive. Therefore in the third quadrant, the tan and cot both are positive. Sine and cosec is positive in the second quadrant. Means which I have written. Rest from the other expression, those are negative, which I haven't written over there. So only sine and cosec are positive here. Rest of the trigonometric expressions are all negative in the second quadrant. In case this, only tan cot are positive. Rest of the trigonometric expressions are negative. Similarly, for the fourth quadrant, we can get that cos positive, that sec also positive. Why? Because in the fourth quadrant, that sine similar, that's a perpendicular by hypotenuse. Perpendicular negative, hypotenuse positive. So it's a negative. In case of cos, base positive, hypotenuse negative. So it's a positive. In case of tan, that base by perpendicular by base, perpendicular negative, base positive. So therefore tan is also negative. Therefore in case of fourth quadrant, only cos and sec both are positive and rest of the functions are negative. That's why these four things we can summarize as first quadrant all, second quadrant sine, third quadrant tan. So finally what we got in the first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. All means all positive. Here which are written, those are all positive. That's why we have written just only the name. So all trigonometric ratios are positive. In the second quadrant only sine and cosec are positive. In the third quadrant tan and cot are positive. In the fourth quadrant cos and the sec are positive. Therefore if we summarize all this, we can write add sugar to coffee. Add for all, sugar for sine, tea for tan and coffee for cos. Okay. So what we finally got, that in the first quadrant all trigonometric ratios are positive. In the second only sine cosec positive. Third only tan positive. In the fourth only cos or sec theta, those are positive. Okay. In the last segment or the third segment, we are going to explain the trigonometry impact on complementary and supplementary angle concept. Okay. So let us move on to the next session. Okay. Now in this section we have considered point P x comma y, and let us consider P dash is the image of this point. So the coordinate will be minus x comma y. Therefore since P dash is the image of P, therefore OP and OP dash must be equal. If we apply conjugate, if we consider these two triangles with the congruency property, this side equal length, this side equal, so definitely these two must be equal. Now considering this triangle, so sine of, because this angle is theta, since it's the image of this point, so the entire angle will be theta, so remaining angle will be 180 minus theta. Now in this segment we are considering this triangle, so perpendicular by hypotenuse is coming this. Now OP dash and OP both are equal. Therefore sine of this value from this triangle is coming this by this, means sine theta. So what we got, 180 considered 2 into 90. So sine of 2 into 90 minus theta equals to sine theta, and from property of complementary angle we got sine of 1 into 90 minus theta, that's the cos theta. Means when it's a even multiple of 90, 90 trigo ratio doesn't change. 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 90 tri When it's an odd multiple of 90, trigo ratio changes. So simple thing we have to remember that when it's a multiple of 90 with even, no trigo ratio changes. With odd multiple, trigo ratio changes. Okay. So let's move on to the main content question that we were discussing earlier. So the next part. So trigo impact on complementary and supplementary angle. Here already we know from class 10 concept that sine of 90 minus theta equals to cos theta. Now here one modification we can do, that sine of 1 into 90 minus theta will be the same thing. Now from sine of trigonometric function based on quadrant, what we got in the second quadrant, sine of this is always positive and that is also sine theta. That is, sine of 2 into 90 will give only sine theta. Similarly, cos of 2 into 90, cos of 90 minus theta will give this, and cos of this will give this. What we got actually, it was odd multiple, it was even multiple. This was odd multiple, this was even multiple. In case of odd, trigo changes. Even in case of even multiple, trigo no change. Same thing for the cos function also. So the idea is, in case of odd multiple of 90, trigo ratio changes. In case of even multiple of 90, trigo ratio no changes. So with these two concepts, or with these three concepts which I have already discussed, that in case of negative sine of minus theta, it will be minus of sine theta. That's why that minus came out. We got this. Now this entire angle we are breaking, like 20 into 90 minus 60 degree. So we will give this result. Therefore, as a whole summary, we can say that this will give, since even multiple of 90, so trigo ratio won't change, it will be minus earlier sine of 60 degree. Now in which quadrant it is coming? Clearly we can say one angle, two angle, that's a 90 and this is 90. This is another 90. This is another 90. So 490 cover. So one movement complete. It's a second movement. Third movement means total 6. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 1290 complete. 1690 complete. It's a 2090 complete but earlier. So it's in the starting from, it's in the fourth quadrant. So again, one move, two moves means 890 complete. 190, 290, 390, 490. Similarly, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But it's the minus. So it's in the fourth quadrant. Now, in the fourth quadrant, as we know from the concept of add sugar to coffee, in the fourth quadrant only cos function is positive, but it's given sine. So sine would be negative. That's why it's a negative. Now this negative is not due to this sign. This negative due to this sign. If in our question it was given cos, we would treat as cos, and so based on the cos function we should treat this. So whatever it will be given in the question, we will consider that trigonometry function as our base function, not the result function. Okay, so the answer will be sine of 60 degree, that is equals to root 3 by 2 is the correct answer. Okay, so this was a very short session. In this session we tried to present ourselves and this chapter as a summary. If you have any question related to this chapter, you can write it in our comment box, and I would request all the students, those who are new to this channel, please subscribe our channel so that whenever any video we upload, it will come to you as fast, so that you can learn first. So this session is we are completing. So thanks for watching now. We'll definitely see you in the next session. Thank you very much.